What if I told you that everything your child needs to succeed in lacrosse is just one step away? Whether it's stick skills, shooting, defensive positioning, I'm about to show you a simple resource that can transform them into confident, skilled players without spending hours piecing together drills or expensive lessons. Let me ask you a simple question. What would it be worth to have all the tools they need right in one place? Now, if we put the tools aside for a second, all collegiate, professional, and men's league players have two things in common. First, it's a set of little wins that they've experienced along the way that kept them motivated to continue to put the work in. For me, it was playing in the backyard with my brothers. We had this little wooden doghouse that we'd shoot at. And when I finally hit it, like hard, like shot it and hit it hard, I felt so awesome. My brothers high-fived me. It was great. Then at a camp, I scored a Braveheart. I was elated. All I wanted to do was get better so I could have more of those types of moments. The second thing that all of the collegiate, professional, and men's league players who fall in love with the game and excel have is all of the work that they put in on their own to earn those little wins. For me, it was playing in the backyard. It was trekking with my ball bag to my high school cage to shoot, doing wall ball on the small brick wall in front of my house. In that time, I learned to love putting the work in because I saw tangible success after I did it. So what can we do to help your player earn more of those little wins, to snowball their motivation of becoming a great lacrosse player like they want to? Now, to kick this off, at the end of this video, I'm going to be telling you about a free resource that you can use to analyze your players' abilities and provide them with personal insights and advice to improve. So make sure to stick around to the end of the video to learn about it. So a few years ago, I met a dad who was frustrated. His son had a passion for the game, but was falling behind on the field. Practices weren't enough, and private coaches, they weren't exactly affordable. So he went online and he found a few drills thinking that this was going to be a solution. But without a plan or guidance, his son couldn't really piece them together. Does that sound familiar? That's when I realized something critical. A list of drills isn't a solution. It's just the beginning. Players don't just need drills, they need structure, they need progression and motivation, right? And most importantly, they need a system that helps them see their improvement, building confidence along the way. That's exactly why I created the POWLAX Player Development Portal. This isn't just another drill library. It's a complete player development system designed to unlock the potential in every player, whether they're brand new or aiming for the next level. Do you want to see how it works? First, imagine having instant access to a comprehensive list of drill progressions, all tailored to build lacrosse skills. And we're talking about every skill your player needs to learn. We're talking passing, catching, shooting, ground balls, cradling, footwork, defensive positioning, how to approach on the right angle, all organized in a way that makes it easy to find exactly what they need to build the skills that they want when they want to. What do you think the cost would be to access that set of drills? Just think of a number. Now, when I was growing up, my brothers introduced me to the game. They taught me what they could remember from what their coaches had taught them, and they were a lot like the drills that the dad randomly found and prescribed to his son. They helped a little, but they weren't great. It wasn't until my mom bought me this training VHS tape that focused specifically on doing the correct drills with the right techniques that my raw athleticism and interest in the sport really took off. I would watch the videos and practice the movements in my living room, trying not to break anything. And then I would go out to the field and I would try to emulate them there. Now, thinking back to the set of drill progressions that your player could have access to, what if all of those drills were curated by a lacrosse expert with 30 years of playing experience and 12 years of coaching and studying the training techniques of the best minds in lacrosse? They're not just random exercises. A lot like the VHS tape that I got, they're proven drill progressions that help players master the skills step by step. They're the same drill progressions used during $150 per hour private lessons and $75 per hour group lessons that have helped develop collegiate lacrosse players all across the country. How awesome would that be, knowing that your player is developing a strong technical foundation? Do you think that would increase the value of the drills? And what if we take those expertly curated drills and put them into 12 position-specific workouts that has everything they need to know for their positions? Essentially a structure where they can cover every skill set needed for their position by doing 3 workouts a week for a month. Imagine seeing your player confidently performing during practice and games because they've done the skills before. They may have to orient to the team and what they're doing, but they've done it before. They just got to put them into place. Now, as a coach, I know it's great, but as a parent, it sounds like a lot of work. Like, I know some of you are thinking, that sounds awesome, but as long as they do it, but we're busy. Like, my kid doesn't have an extra hour or 90 minutes 3 times a week to do these workouts. And I feel you. My kids are 6, 4, and 2, and there already seems like there's not enough time during the day, and they're not even going out to do, lacrosse and soccer and all the other things. But that's why each of the 12 workouts that we built have 5, 10, and 15 drill variants to ensure that when they have time, they can dive deep into the skill set. But when they don't, they can take the 15 minutes before dinner and do a quick 5 drill workout, or if they've got no time, they can do a 5-minute wall ball routine. Does that lighten the load a bit? Would it feel good knowing that even if they don't have an hour of extra time, they can complete a workout? And what if we took those expertly curated and produced videos, combined them into 12 position-specific workouts that cover every skill set they need to know for their position, and then we added gamification? Now, they earn points for every workout they complete. They can move up the leaderboard and rise through the lacrosse player ranks as they earn points by completing workouts. They can unlock position-specific achievement badges for focusing on building specific skill sets as they do the same workout multiple times. Suddenly, practicing in their free time isn't just a chore, it's a game. As they improve in real life, they can visualize and see the time they've put in because it displays it. They can see when they put in work, when they didn't. And so they can see how their work created the progress. Let me share a quick story to help you see why this matters. So a dad once told me that he had spent over $1,000 on his son's lacrosse pads, stick, helmet. Then you add in league fees and traveling to tournaments. We were on the East Coast at the time, but so his son still wasn't improving. Like, he was frustrated, saying, like, we spent all of this money, but it feels like he's just stuck. And that's when I realized that it's not about how much you've spent. It's about activating what you've already paid for. The gear, the opportunities, the access to play. Like, they're all incredible investments, but they only work if your player has the skills that they need to use them effectively. It's like having a state-of-the-art car in the driveway, but you're never going to learn how to drive it. The POWLAX Player Development Portal is how you activate those investments. It's the missing piece that transforms potential into progress, turning the gear into tools, the league fees into confidence, and the time into moments that your player will never forget. So, how much did you say that bland list of drills was at the beginning of this video? Well, I'm excited to tell you that the POWLAX Player Development Portal costs just $200 per year. That's less than 2 private lessons for a year of access to a gamified lacrosse training platform that tracks your players' progress as they complete position-specific workouts consisting of expertly curated drills while earning points to ascend the leaderboard, rise in the ranks, and earn skill-based achievements. Activating everything your player already has to set them on a path to success. Now, there's one thing that makes the POWLAX Player Development Portal even better, and there is still the free tool that I promised at the beginning of the video. But if you already know this can be the thing that your player needs to elevate their game, after you finish the video, that's it, after you finish the video, head to powlax.com/portal and register today. You get a free week of access, and if you go now, just make sure that you come back because you're not going to want to miss this. Now, even if you just left this video and got the portal and then came back with access to expertly curated and produced drill videos organized into 12 position-specific workouts that cover every skill set on a platform that tracks their progress and awards them as they put in the work, but what if your kid doesn't know where to start? They may never start, and that's just a total waste. That's why I created the 6-question LAX skill check. It's 6 questions for your player designed to solve the problem of what to work on first. In just 2 minutes, it evaluates their current skills, shows them an amazing spider graph of their skills and kind of where they are, and recommends the perfect starting point to build from. Isn't that awesome? So, and for that, you don't even have to register. just go to POWLAX.com/6questions and take the check. And it'll show them, what they need to work on so that they can improve before they get to the season. Last, but certainly not least, the possibly coolest thing about the portal is that it can integrate with your son's team or program. It will track the progress of all the players and present them on a team leaderboard and create a sense of camaraderie and accountability. And the best part is that the person who is most influential in motivating and encouraging your player with their development, the coach, they can recommend specific workouts for your player when they need to focus on a specific set of skills in order to help the team. So when your player goes up to the coach and says, "Hey coach, what can I improve?" they can recommend specific workouts for your player when they need to focus on building specific skills that help the team. Instead of just saying, "Hey, you really need to improve your catching." What's the player going to do with that? Like, I just got to go do wall ball? I don't even know how to do wall ball in the correct way to build the skills that I need to do. But if a coach knows that your player has access to drills that will build the technical components of those skills so that when they go home, there's something that's tangible that they can do. Coach doesn't have time to answer 6 questions of everything necessary for every kid to work on. But with this POWLAX Player Development Portal, now there's tangible resources for the coach to help the player improve in the areas that they need to at this time and this moment so that the player can be motivated to put that work in. It's really freaking cool. Now, as a quick other note, coaches also have the ability to easily create and track individual or position group competitions. If you want to do like a attack work versus defense work per player, they can do that. They can see it. It's a fun way to help motivate the players. So if setting up a team or program account interests you, head to POWLAX.com/laxcoach and fill out the Lacrosse Coaching Mastery Assessment. This is a tool that I designed last year to learn more about the situation that a team, program, or coach is currently in, so that I could find out what the most important aspects of the game are for them and the families that they serve, so that if we have something that can help them, we can get it to them straight away. And like the 6-question lax skill check, this includes personalized recommendations and free resources that they can act upon immediately after completing the questions. So whether you're using the 6-question lax skill check to discover their first steps or diving into the complete player development portal, this is your chance to create those little wins that keep them motivated and progressing. So don't wait. Let's take the first step today and let's help your player unlock their full potential. See you on the field.